Hi guys, and welcome back to another review from WePC. Today we're going to be taking a look at the EX3203R curved gaming monitor from BenQ. It's a 31.5 inch Quad HD VA panel. It comes to the table with 144Hz refresh rate, a 4ms G2G response time, and it also supports HDR and FreeSync 2 as well. BenQ have classed this as a gaming monitor, so let's put it through its paces and see how it stacks up against the competition. BenQ's given the EX3203R a much more sleek and refined aesthetic, as you can see. Something we're not really used to seeing with their monitors. The last one we reviewed, which was the XL2411P, I think it was off the top of my head. The link will be somewhere. That's a completely different style, very square, boxy, predominantly plastic. This has got things like a chrome stand, thin bezels, an 1800R curved display, as you can see. If we go to the back, the design pretty much stays the same, predominantly black and silver with some more chrome. Overall, I think the design looks really nice. It's going to suit most settings, and yeah, it's a huge plus for me. One gripe that I do have with the monitor in terms of its functionality is that it doesn't actually come with a VESA mount, something you pretty rarely see, especially with a monitor of this price range. If you do want to mount this to an arm, you're going to have to buy a VESA mount via the BenQ website. I think right now it's going to set you back about an extra $40, so just consider that before looking into this monitor further. Taking a quick look at the I/O ports at the back, users are treated to a display port and 2 HDMI ports. It also comes to the table with a USB Type-C. That's also brilliant for laptop users that want to project onto a larger display. You also get a couple of USB ports as well and an audio jack for your headphones. One thing that this monitor doesn't come with is built-in speakers. For me personally, that's not really a big issue. Potentially it can be for you, but I don't think that's a downside to a monitor at all, especially for me who does a lot of gaming. I'll just use headphones most of the time, so yeah, not too worried about that at all. Okay, so in terms of adjustment, it has a 60mm height adjustment, as you can see. It also has -5 to 15 degrees tilt adjustment as well. Unfortunately, it has no swivel or pivot, which can be a bit annoying, but a curved monitor like this, I don't think it's going to really benefit from that too much. So again, I'm not too worried about that either. Okay, so to quickly touch upon the specs again, alongside the 144Hz refresh rate, the 4ms G2G response time, and the HDR support and FreeSync 2 that this comes with, you also get BenQ's eye care package. That includes blue light filter, flicker-free technology. It also includes brightness intelligence. That's a handy little feature which basically alters the brightness of your monitor depending on the outside light. So if you're using this over extended periods of time, the brightness will automatically come down and it'll obviously put less stress on your eyes. And it also comes with 400 nits of brightness. That obviously means that it's not full HDR. The HDR rating is 400, so yeah, not full HDR, but I mean, it looks pretty nice anyway. The max resolution of this monitor is 2560 by 1440, which isn't ideal for a monitor of this size, but it's not the worst either. One thing I will mention is if you are gaming in 1440p on this thing, because it's such a large monitor, you can, if you look pretty close, see the individual pixels. But for the most part, it's absolutely fine. I actually really enjoy the picture for both gaming, general usage, movie watching, things like that. So I've actually got no issues with that whatsoever. The 1800R rated curvature, I feel does add quite a bit of immersion to my overall gameplay. I play a lot of esports titles, CSGO, things like that. So just any sort of, I know this isn't the ideal monitor for that. I'd much rather have the last one we reviewed, but in terms of a general user experience, it's very good. I can't really knock it, to be honest. So to take a closer look at BenQ's on-screen control panel, We have a number of different picture modes to choose from. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's about 11 to choose from, and as you can see, lots of lovely different settings to choose. Next to that is your contrast settings. We've just got those set to 50 right now, which seems to work for me. Next to that is your brightness. Pretty self-explanatory. And finally, you have more customized settings. So you can change your display, picture, obviously that's brightness, contrast, sharpness, all the standard things. You've also got more advanced settings, like your color vibrance, the blue light filter, something we touched upon before. You've also got super resolution there. You can also change your audio settings and your system. One thing I will say about the control panel, it's not as easy to use as a lot of monitors these days come with a little joystick in the middle, which I find much more user friendly. There's 6 buttons here, and sometimes you end up pressing the wrong one and it'll take you away like that. So for me, it's a little bit annoying, but once you get used to it, like it does the job, but I think it could be optimized a little bit better. Okay, so overall, a pretty good all-round monitor. We've had a look at the design. We've gone over some of the specs. It's time to put a few games through this thing and see how it performs in a gaming scenario. So I've been using this monitor now for probably a couple of months, and personally, I really like it. As far as gaming goes, it's really smooth. That can be that's basically down to the 144 Hz refresh rate. The response time does lead to a little bit of ghosting in some games, but it's really not that noticeable. Something that is worth touching upon is the colours. Like I said before, this monitor has a 93%. I'd have to double check. The specs will be on the screen at some stage. But it's a really wide colour gamut, so you get excellent colour recreation, especially when you're watching movies, things like that. You're going to get a realistic image of what that's going to look like, basically. As far as the screen size, which is something a lot of people ask, I went from a 27-inch to this, and the process of moving over from that probably took about a day in terms of it not feeling huge. You get used to it pretty quick, and as far as gaming is concerned, it's so much more immersive. It's really a great way to game, especially on a curved monitor like this one. It just sort of, I don't know, you just feel like hunkered into the game, really. I'm a huge fan of curved monitors in general. To quickly touch on the panel, this is a VA panel. That's pretty much a mix of a TN and an IPS panel. IPS is generally better for sort of video editing creators. TN is basically a gaming panel. VA is somewhere in the middle. It sort of tries to take the best of both. That's why this monitor's got a high refresh rate and quite decent colours. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. The pixel density on this, it's a 2K resolution, 1440p, which is pretty good for gaming. Not optimal for esports, but general gaming, it's very good. It has a 93% pixel density, which is basically the same as a 24-inch panel with full HD compatibility. So as far as the image goes, it's pretty damn good. I don't know how well that picks up on the camera, but I'm really happy with it as far as gaming is concerned. So there you have it, guys, the BenQ EX3203R curved gaming monitor. For me, really good little monitor, whether you're do sort of basic creation or you're a gamer. All round, I think it's pretty good across the board. That's generally what you get with VA panel, as the best of both worlds. These have actually been designed for a sim rig in mind, simulated racing rig. We're going to have a video on that in the coming weeks, I believe. So look out for that one. Just to talk over the price a little bit, right now I think it retails for about $400, slightly more in the UK, but if you factor in the specs, size of the monitor, colour recreation, all those sort of things, I personally think it's very good value for money right now. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you're new around here, to hit subscribe. If you like the video, drop us a like and hit the bell so you never miss a video. You can also head over to WePC where we've got more content like this. And yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next one.